Perfect. Welcome, Eliud. Thank you for taking the time to meet with the fans to answer all the questions that they're dying to ask you. We are here, a day later. Has it sunk in?
Sure.
Has the moment sunk in your mind after achieving this?
Yes, it is. After last night and day that sun, and it's okay.
When you woke up this morning, did it feel like a dream? Or was it reality?
It felt like a dream, but later I realized it's a big reality.
I think picking Vienna in this course, a big factor for you was the people. You wanted thousands of people to cheer you on. What was that feeling when you first came onto the Hauptallee and you saw thousands of people?
I felt really emotional that people can take their time to come and just stand actually on the course and cheer me, for me to make history. So I was really happy to see that big multitude of crowd.
Was it different for you than any other marathon race, or did you approach it exactly the same kilometer after kilometer?
This was really different because I was running against the time and nothing else. It's a short of time means short of the target. So I was really running against the time and trying all the time to be calm and actually focus on the distance.
Yeah. You had world-class pacemakers with you? Did they truly made the difference, didn't they?
Actually world class, about 400 pacemakers. All lately, the last week they were in Doha for World Championships. We have the Olympic champions like Matthew Centroids. It's really and he decided to come and give me more support. So from 1500 to the marathon, I can say those are the 400 of them are the best athletes in the world.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, we see a lot of questions coming in from the fans. Let's see what they want to ask you and see what's on their brain. Patrick wants to ask, do you consider competing against Kenenisa Bekele in a marathon in the near future?
I'm working with a team, and the team is what we are discussing. And this nowadays is no longer in the future. It's about the team, and the winning is the whole team. It's no longer those days whereby soldiers can go for a war and the advantages and everything will go to the general. So it goes to the whole team. So I'm going to sit with the team and see if it's valuable to raise the Kenenisa, then it's okay.
Because I think what you've set out a couple of years ago with the NN running team was to make running a team sport. And I think yesterday was a true testament that you really need to come together as a team to win as a team.
Yes, absolutely. Without a team, then we are going nowhere in this world. I'm expecting in the future that marathon sprint team, people will score as individuals and will score as a team, and then at the end of the year they will actually announce which team has won with how many points and which marathon was the best score, which marathon was I think things will work like the way in cycling, in Formula 1 and all those sports.
Wanjiru Maburu wants to know, when we see you smiling at the end of the race, is this to trick your brain while it's in pain, or are you just really happy that you know you're on the quest of doing what you set out to do?
At the end of the race, I'm smiling. That's real happiness. It's not a trick. I can't trick a brain when I'm closing the finishing line. So it was a true happiness.
Bianca, she first of all says, "Congrats, Eliud! What an amazing race! How long are you going to take a break from running as part of your recovery?"
I'm going to take 3 weeks really active rest. Yes.
Perfect. Let's see what other questions are coming in. Cas wants to know, what meal does one consume after such a feat?
Sir?
What meal would you eat after such a feat? Did you eat something special or?
No, not really. I always stick to normal food. I try to eat palmista.
A lot of carbohydrates in it.
Yes.
Perfect. Let's have a look. Attila wants to know, what is the next challenge for you?
I'm now concentrating purely on recovery, and I've never actually give a thought for any challenge which can come in front of my eyes. So purely on recovery now.
Perfect. And when that time will come, we'll make sure to inform all the fans.
Yes.
Let's have a look. Heather wants to know, what's your advice for the next generation of runners?
My advice is to believe on themselves, treat sport as a profession, and actually dedication, love the sport, and all will be well. Let us build this sport in a positive.
Let's have a scroll through the messages here. Jose Mascaro wants to know, first of all, congratulations, Eliud. Do you have a mantra you say to yourself while running? Do you talk to yourself?
I normally tell myself I will do it, but I don't meditate, but I actually talk myself. I have my small voices. Yes.
Yeah.
And I respect
them. We're actually getting a lot of questions from a lot of fans wondering if you're going to be competing in the Olympics. Is that something on your mind, or is that too early to tell?
It's too early to tell.
But as a reigning champion, I'm sure we'll have a special spot in your heart.
Yes.
Are you planning to run a full marathon again after INEOS 159 challenge?
I always say I've never actually announced anything that I will no longer run, but I'm going to recover. After recovering, then I will decide which marathon or which race to run.
As the greatest of all time, a lot of people want to know, can you give us some advice in people that just picked up running? What should they focus on? Of course, you're at the top of your game, but a lot of people you're inspiring now will pick up running for the first time ever.
If you are picking up, my advice is just even try to walk and try to finish that distance that you are saying you want to run. If you want to run 10 kilometers, be it slow, be it moderate, be it even walking, just to finish the distance that you have decided.
So it's not about the distance, it's about that you actually go running.
Absolutely, yes. It's about waking up, going out of your door, and just finishing. If it's 2 kilometers, just finish 2 kilometers, come to your house, do other things and go.
Abdullah wants to know, what is the one lesson that you took away from Monza that helped you this time around in breaking the 2-hour marathon?
It's I got a rich experience of believing on myself.
It gave you the confidence that you knew it could be done.
Yeah.
Dion de Jager wants to know, do you think you can break the 2-hour barrier in a city marathon? Like a Berlin, a London, perhaps somewhere else?
I'm still celebrating this by breaking a barrier, so I don't want to say what will happen in the normal city marathon. But I'm happy for it. It's only a day, and I need to still to celebrate for breaking the barrier.
Jason Brown wants to know, what do you feel was the biggest factor in injury prevention in the amount of training that you had to put in? And your training went so well, you stayed so fit.
It's just being professional and actually respecting yourself and doing the right thing at the right time, at the right place. That's how to prevent injury.
Kate wants to know, how old were you when you picked up running? And also, how do you deal with the muscle pain when that kicks in during a race?
Muscle pain is normal. That's what will happen in marathons. But you know that's a challenge, and you just switch off your mind and forget.
I think it was a proud day for all over the world. I think you inspired millions, billions of people in every continent. But what does this mean for Kenya? Like, that must have been a very special day for everybody cheering you on.
Yes, it means a lot. I received many messages. I saw people actually celebrating a lot all over the country. I received a call from the president, deputy president, and some leaders who are here to actually give me more support. Can I say Kenya will not remain the same. It will be united. It will be one Kenya, which actually, and I trust that in future, Kenya will be a running nation.
Yeah. And yesterday was the first day that your wife was there, your kids were able to see this. What did that mean for you when you crossed that finish line? How special was that moment?
It was really special to witness the history being made, and it was crucial for them to be around.
Are you aware, Michel, are you aware that you're such an inspiration for amateur runners?
I'm not aware, but if that is what's happening, then I I'm really happy for them for actually getting inspired through me and picking up there.
Would you say that's one of the biggest motivations to keep pushing your limits and help you?
Absolutely, yes. That's why I'm running, is to inspire as many as possible in this world.
Perfect. Let's have a look at some of the other questions. Sandra wants to know, do you get nervous before a challenge like this?
Absolutely, yes. I get nervous, and nervousness is what it's normal in every sport.
And you probably also need to be a little nervous if you want to have the top level performances.
Yes.
Ior wants to know, you're such an inspiration. I've been to Vienna to see you live, breaking the 2-hour marathon yesterday. My question is, what do you focus on when you feel like reaching the limits that you set out?
When I feel and I've reached the limits that I set out, I just set out the limits and forget the limits and get another challenge the following day.
Because you know you prepared well,
yes,
the work is done.
Yeah, work is done and life must continue. So sport is like life and we should go on.
Perfect. Yvette wants to know, what do you do post-recovery and how did you feel this morning?
I just relax, take a ice bath and take massage and relax for my muscles to feel I recover.
Fantastic. Jess wants to know, how are you so disciplined in terms of getting up, your trainings, all the hours you put in, the rest you take, the nutrition, your eating patterns? What allows you to be so dedicated?
Personally, I walk the talk. What I am saying is what I am walking. And I'm trying as much as possible to do what I have said in my mouth.
Fantastic. Hey, Eliud, thank you so much for your time. We're going to ask 3 more questions. So let me see what the fans are sending us. Let's have a look here. CBR wants to know, did you actually do a trial run of the Vienna route before the actual race? Or do you simulate it in trainings back in Kenya?
Our system is different. We really concentrate on training, not actually we don't do anything else which is not training. We trust in our trainings, and our trainings are really taking us far.
Tumi-san has a good question. Is there any other challenge, but also in life, that you hope to achieve still? So not just in sports. Do you have other challenges already on the horizon?
My challenge now is to actually sell my idea. No human is limited, and selling the idea is not going around. It happens in everybody's mind. It's in your mind. It's my mind that you need to not to believe in limits. That's the next challenge.
Perfect. Hey, and as a final question, Eliud, what can you say about the people that were cheering you on in Vienna?
I want to say actually many thanks for those who cheered me through live, through Facebook, through YouTube, those who follow through Instagram, those who follow through Twitter, and those who watch in their televisions, in their houses or in the streets. I want to actually pass my heartfelt gratitude.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time for speaking with us today, and thank you for inspiring us with everything you do.